We have all seen it. Someone walks into the room, they haven't said a word yet, but the energy shifts. People stop the side conversation, they orient their bodies, and they instinctively give that person the floor. Most people will assume that this is charisma, a gift, something that you are either born with or you are not. But that's a myth, and today I'm going to dismantle it completely. Respect, I need you to understand, it's not something that you request, it's something that you signal through a very specific series of non-verbal biological cues that other people's brains process before you have even opened your mouth. Today, I'm going to break down what I call the command presence framework. I'm going to show you how to use status signaling backed by neuroscience so that when you speak, people don't just listen, they follow you. And for the introverts in the room, I'm one of them in most of the occasions because I can be an extrovert as well most of the times too. I have something especially important to say to you in the third section of this video. Stay with me, please. Let's start now with the biology because this is not about tricks. This is about hardwiring our brain and our body. Research by Dr. Robert Sapolsky at Stanford University shows that our brains are running a constant unconscious social status scan. Every time that we meet someone new, we are asking ourselves, are they a threat? Are they safe? Are they a leader or a follower? And we are answering that question in milliseconds, almost entirely based on the body language inside our brain. If your body language signals low status, hunched shoulders, for example, or rapid speech, excessive nodding, people around you actually experience a rise in their own anxiety. Their brain registers you as an unstable person, even if your words are brilliant. But when you use high status signals, you trigger a completely different biological response. People's cortisol levels drop. They feel calmer. They attribute competence to you and they give you attention they didn't consciously decide to give you. This is not manipulation, by the way. Many people call it manipulation or think it is. This is alignment, communicating on the outside what your best self actually looks like on the inside. That's what this is all about. Pillar 1 now, the stillness principle. Look at any world-class leader in a high-stakes interview. Notice what they do not do. They don't fidget with their ring. They don't play like this. They don't adjust their collar all the time. They don't overnod to show that they are listening. They are completely, almost unvaryingly still. Stillness signals that you are comfortable in your environment. Research on nonverbal synchrony shows that when one person in a room is deeply still, the people around them unconsciously begin to regulate to that person's energy. You become the anchor, and anchors lead. The practice now. In your next meeting, keep your hands on the table, visible and quiet. Your feet flat on the floor. No crossing, no bouncing. 3 minutes of true stillness will change how the room perceives you. Pillar 2 now, the strategic pose. Most people speak faster when they are nervous. They rush to fill silence because they feel like they are taking up too much time and too much space from other people. High status communicators, they do the exact opposite. They use the strategic pose. When asked a question, especially a hard one, they don't answer immediately. They wait 2, even 3 seconds. This does 2 things. First, it signals that you are processing at a high level, not just reacting. Second, it makes you eventually give an answer that will land with significantly more weight because you have made the room wait for it. Scarcity creates value, even in conversation, not only in products from Apple and the other big companies. Pillar 3 now, frontal alignment. This is the one that most people have never heard of. and it is devastating in its effectiveness. When you are speaking to someone, point your heart, your hips, and your toes directly to them. This is called full frontal alignment, and it signals total presence, total safety, total investment in the person in front of you. The moment that your body angles away, even slightly, you are signaling that part of you is looking for an exit, which means part of you is not confident enough. And people feel that at a biological level before they can consciously identify it. Now, I want to speak directly to the introverts watching this, because there is something I believe deeply, and it is backed by the data. Introverts are frequently better at commanding respect than extroverts. Let me explain. Extroverts often leak energy. They over-explain things, they feel the silence, they perform enthusiasm. And when someone is performing, even people who can't consciously identify it, they feel the artificiality. An introvert, on the other hand, one who masters stillness and the strategic pose, becomes something extraordinary in the room. When you speak less, your words carry a higher market value. When you are calm, where others are animated, you become the gravitational center. The introvert's challenge is not energy as many people think. It is permission. Permission to be quiet and trust that the quiet itself is powerful. Consider this your permission. The most authoritative person in many rooms is the one who says the least and means every word of it. Commanding respect is not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about being the most grounded person in the room. When you master stillness, the strategic pose, and the full alignment, the frontal alignment, you stop fighting for a seat at the table and you start being invited to lead the table. Here is your challenge for this week. Pick one of those three pillars, just one, not all three of them. Practice it in your very next meeting or the social interaction and try to notice the shift. Then come back and tell me in the comments what happened. I've seen people transform professional relationship with a single posture change. It sounds small. It is anything but small. If this helped you now, drop a still in the comments to let me know that you are putting it into practice. Subscribe also if you want to keep building the presence, the strategy, and the life that you deserve. I'll see you in the next one.